Hey guys, it's Ryan with the Launch the Journey. It's another Sunday. We're going to do a breakdown on the futures and also SPY. It's December the 2nd. So we're going to break down SPY, natural gas, crude oil, gold, and silver. Futures have opened, so we'll break down where they've opened at and take a look at where they might be headed this week. Okay, so welcome back. This is going to be the weekly chart on SPY. And as you can see from the February drop, we have been in a consolidation phase since February. We popped down, found a new support line, and we've reached a high of 293. We have fell through that support, and this last week, it seems to be finding a new support area around the 263, 265 mark, and we're pushing this weekly EMA line to possibly move higher again. So we'll zoom in a little bit closer. We'll look at the 20-day 1 hour. As you can see, it bounced at 262. It's currently opened around 280, which a few days ago I mentioned the 281.50 mark would be a big resistance point for it to get past. So it's got a double top here at like 281.20, 281.50 area. So we're going to have to watch and see what it does at that point. But it's definitely found a bottom. Around the 264 mark. So we'll have to see what it does at the 281.50 mark, which will probably be at the open around 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning. And so since we're moving horizontal, we could continue up, or if it starts to sell off again, we'll probably be looking around the 265 area for a support bounce. So moving on to natural gas. We are still sliding down in a bull flag. So it did confirm a support here a couple times. So this is the second bounce. It popped back up to looks like highs of about 272 or 472, and it looks like we're curling back down. So if we break the 240 mark, which I'm going to set an alert at or below to our 440, I think we're at least headed down to the 420 area, and we'll have to see if we see a bounce at that point. And you have couple other support areas, which would be around $4 and $3.90. So that's kind of what I see and what I'll be looking for natural gas. So moving on to crude oil. I expected this several days ago whenever we broke down crude oil. I think it was last Sunday whenever I broke this down. It was at the $50 level, and or headed to the $50 level, and I mentioned that it's more than likely going to find a support around this area, because if you look at the 3-year chart, you can see several tops here and resistance points right around that $52 area. So you're going to have a whole lot of buyers right here in this area, which makes a lot of sense because it consolidated around this point for well over a year until it broke out in this bull run. So now we can actually see we had a doji, a weekly doji candle, and it looks like we're moving up this week. So you can see a significant bounce on the open today. So that's going to be crude oil, and we're probably going to be looking right around, or I'll be looking at, you can see this consolidation point here that was about November the 20th, 2017, and you can see a support right here at on January 29th of this year. And so this EMA line here will be continuing to move down to meet the uptrend. So we probably see a consolidation or a bounce back down around the $58 area. So if we continue to move up this week, I'm going to go ahead and set my alert for around 53.35. So if we're moving above that, I may play some oil. So I got my alert set there, and we will also set an alert for around the 56.50 area. Obviously, oil is not going to stay at $50 a barrel very long. So I'll be curious to see what it does this week. So moving on to gold futures. I've got several lines here, and I mentioned this last week. So it's about every $20 area, there's a little support. So I find this works very well for myself on these zones. And if you zoom in, this is the weekly chart. And if you can zoom in, you'll see these bounces. And if you scroll on over here to the left, you'll see most of the time they coincide with the previous support or resistance area. So like here, you can see a consolidation area right through here, and it coincides with this resistance area. And right here's another support area. This was the EMA line right through here, and this is the top resistance area around the 1355 area for gold. And so we are moving pretty much like I expected to last week. We are actually confirming this uptrend in EMA area. So I wonder if we will stay in this channel moving up, or if we'll get a breakout above this area and move up a little bit quicker, like some of these bull candles. So it definitely looks like we're getting ready for a breakout. And if we break out, we should be looking at the 1255 area, which is near support resistance, or near resistance around the 1260 area. So moving on to silver. Silver and gold trade very similar. If you trade stocks very long, you would you'll know this already, but silver and gold trade very similar. They're a metal commodity, and they pretty much run the same charts, slightly different. Silver is actually still underneath the weekly EMA, but if gold breaks out, silver is going to hang with it. So you can actually see the weekly charts here. This is the break. This is the new week. So yeah, it's showing December the 3rd, which will be tomorrow. And as you can see, we got a bounce here in the consolidation area, and I expect a move up a little bit to try to get above this weekly EMA. And we found a double bottom here around the 14 area for silver, 1390 area, and we found several bottoms here around the 1190 area for gold, and now we continue to move up. So I would expect silver and gold to match one another and soon start an uptrend. So that's going to be the weekly futures breakdown for Sunday, December the 2nd. If you enjoyed the video, leave us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, Sam and I would invite you to subscribe, hit the bell notification to get our future videos, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.